So, Rick, can you estimate for us at all whether, say, Friends Co-op will have to do more work than it's doing now or less work than it's doing now?
Right. It's a very good question. It's a hard one to answer with like extreme accuracy, but if we look at this summary, this represents approximately 1 month's functioning of the system. Things that are included here involve officerships, committee participation, a couple of extra tasks here or there, and what we do is we've collapsed all of these individual houses on each tab here, and we've added them up in the summary sheet. Now, the sheet up here indicates that in any typical month, if you take everybody's effort and add it together, there are about 300 hours worth of human hours put into running the organization, including all of our officer work and our committees and our board attendance, right? So Friends right now is currently contributing approximately 20 hours per month. Now, 20 hours per month puts is 6.71% of the overall 298 hours recorded for this month. Now, according to the occupancy formula, Friends currently is responsible for 6.5% of the work that MCC does. Now, the short answer is Friends is actually ahead of the game right now. Friends is contributing more than what the system would ask them to contribute. So Friends would have no additional work. And that's true roughly for a number of houses. So for example, if we look over here at the percentage discrepancy column, I don't know if it shows up as red on your TV screen, but Ambrosia is currently ahead of the curve, and they have an officer. But they're only 1% ahead. So this is a case where a large house can have an officer and participate in the system without incurring, with actually only contributing slightly more than what they're supposed to. Emma's is a smaller house, and right now they're a little bit below. They're 1% or 1.3% below what they should be at, and their responsibility is at 20 hours per month. Now, there are some houses that are even closer to what they're supposed to be doing. For example, the Goo Hut is half a percentage off. OFEC is almost right on. It's less than 0.03 of a percentage away from where they should be. Now, some other houses that are close are Syntropy and Women's. Now, these are smaller houses, and we've been worried how the system would affect them. And it seems right now they're doing exactly what they should be doing. There are a couple of large discrepancies. For example, Hypatia is 7% above, and Phoenix is 11% above. Phoenix right now currently has 2 officers, I believe. They're giving credit in the system for 2 officers. I'm not sure where that'll be after this election. But one way to offset this discrepancy is by other houses contributing more. And that's the dynamic nature, and that's what makes the system so unpredictable, is as another house does additional work, this total up here will increase, thereby changing everybody else's ratio of participation.
So, Rick, how can the other 10 co-ops that aren't Phoenix be expected to hit their target percentage when Phoenix, very admirably, is gobbling up so much of the work?
Well, they don't have to worry about it. They're not penalized for not meeting their ratio. They're penalized for not accepting work when it's made available to them.
I see. That seems fair.
Right. So I mean, if there's nothing else for us to do, then we won't do anything else.